everyone, and welcome back to my channel with myself, Isabella. Today I'm going to be looking at with you the center jumps of my graduation exam, like the actual graduation day of the exam, because I know I've shared with you the rehearsal, which happened probably a few days before or a week before. And now I'm going to show you the jumps from the actual day and give you commentary, because I know this is something we all really love, is a good old Vaganova walkthrough. So let's get going. What's interesting here is, obviously, as you guys know, because I've been very honest and open about it, I had just come back from a serious back injury. I had fractured my back and I just come back from that. However, in this exam, in this exact moment, and I'll tell you when that moment comes, I sprained my back because basically when you come back from a serious injury, you're only supposed to increase your workload by 10% each week. And obviously I came back and my teacher was, thrilled that I was back, and was like, right, let's get going, full out, everything. And it took a lot of courage and effort for me to say, oh look, obviously I want that to happen, but I have to be careful here. Like I can't go crazy too quickly, otherwise I'm going to injure myself. And I tried my very best to make that happen, but there came a point where I had no choice. And it's not her fault. Like, she had a huge amount of pressure on her, and also she didn't quite understand. And obviously I needed to practice, but basically my back wasn't ready, and my back got tighter and tighter on the left side to where I fractured it. So even though my legs were getting up, the actual muscle felt very uncomfortable, inhibited, and just really tight. It wasn't a pleasant feeling at all. And so then during the exam itself, it sprained during an entrelace. And I'll tell you when. And it was like someone had stabbed me in the back again. And I was absolutely terrified that I had fractured my back again. It was that painful. And obviously, I was completely terrified. I actually, I think I walked into the back door at the time, and I just had a moment of I won't swear, but lots of swear words in my head. And then obviously adrenaline was massively pumping through my body anyway because of the exam, so the pain was masked. And as you can see, I go on to do loads of other jumps, and I can't feel anything because it was muscular. Had it been bone, I would have felt something immediately, but I didn't really think rationally at that point at all. I was just panicking. But I couldn't think about it because I had a whole exam to do and point work, and this is my graduation exam. I had to make it look good. So yes, adrenaline took over and I didn't feel any pain. It wasn't until afterwards that the muscles swelled up and I was like, I'm in trouble. I can't move. My back hurts so much. So yeah, guys, not pleasant. Anyway, let's start from the top and let's watch some jumps. Nice Nastia. Good old échappé with some beats. Yes, nice. You got to have a lot of inner thigh connection there. She wanted a lot of head on these glissades. And we always have to be very soft on top, even though our legs are very strong, very soft, and lots of épaulement. This is me in the center. And I was always trying to get rid of the stereotype of, a tall person can't move quickly. I was still mastering all those in-between steps. You know, for example, the exit just then I always had to hammer home, present your heels forward on every step. And now we switch lines now. Lots of upper body, heels forwards. Yeah, nice. Here we are getting ready. There's my friends. Looking a bit stressed, as usual. All right. Nice cabrioles. I actually really like this exercise. However, again, I just always had to, because even at this point in my training, obviously, like, you guys think, oh, like, you're really great or whatever. Still wasn't like really connected to my inner thighs. So even when I was turning out, it felt a little bit like it's coming from just kind of shoving my heel forwards rather than actually from the top of my hip. And it's really, you know, fascinating now. I probably sort of missed finding that connection from an early age because of the training that they had, I think. So that's again why, you know, a lot of foreigners have trouble sometimes, because, you know, they're not used to this kind of training. So it wasn't until later, actually going through my hip injury, that I actually finally discovered them and then could utilize it to its fullest potential. You can't tell, but that's how I felt. That was so difficult, these Sisson ouvert with an entournant with a pirouette. And then this jump, fouette to arabesque, landing with your heel forwards. Now, obviously, I landed with a really turned out leg there, but I think I practiced that movement like 20,000 times. But look, I'm happy it's over. And it's just so fascinating, you know, these things are... Oh, we got a lovely... I love this exercise so much. Yeah, it's just so funny, like, these exercises last like about 10 seconds, but they're so intense and you practice them so much. I remember Altanay Somaratova, the director of the school at the time, rehearsed us for this, and especially that jump, and she very much criticised my turned in leg there. So I was like, okay, I gotta sort that out. And this exercise isn't so difficult, but it's a lot about character, a lot about artistry, a lot about épaulement, you know, and just showing your personality, showing your shoulders, showing that you can go on stage and do something like Don Quixote, Kitri. I'm in the middle, and lots of chin. You know, it's just really nice, just like so showing your personality and your, I don't know, pizzazz. I've made that word up, but I think you know what I'm getting at. Yeah. Again, that in-between step, very, very interesting. If you just pause and go back. Where we go, failli, step around, and we instantly show our step to the front of the room. So you see the face immediately and don't linger with your back to the wall. Very important. I think they have renversés here. Nice. That was very, very trained as well, that movement. Cabrioles. Underneath foot has to be strong, underneath foot has to be turned out. All the time. Taillatan. I really like that movement as well. Lots of body, lots of back. They do this really beautifully, the girls. Nastia in front, bottom right. She's at Marinsky now, and I think she's doing pretty well. She always had like a beautiful jump. She doesn't have like super archy feet, super amazing hyperextended legs, but she has nice personality, nice quality, and beautiful jump. So now we're going to do our saut de basque manège. I believe. Not everybody's doing it. Yeah, no, I'm right. So this is Amy, Ksusha, and Kyun-chan in the middle. Amy is half Japanese, half Scottish. Kyun-chan is, I think, half Japanese, half Korean. And Ksusha is Russian. Now we have Soda Bass Manege with Ksenia Shevtsova there, who is I think a principal with Stanislavski Ballet, maybe soloist. And then here's me with Irina Varentseva. She wasn't Marinsky, I don't know if she still is. That was very difficult doing Soda Bass to FSA and landing without hopping. Again, lots of practice. With Soda Bass, you have to really batten on the leg very high, so you gain height and get to retire very quickly. So you're not spending the whole turn getting to retire. You have to batten on and get there straight away. Really nice jump that, often in Sleeping Beauty. So this was the exercise where I sprained my back. The moment's coming, everyone. It's reached its limit. I'm in the final group. Here we go. I must have felt really fine. It's when you lose focus for about a second and then things go wrong. So I'm in the back line. Let's watch the moment, guys. I'm kidding. Balancé, and I really went for it on the arabesque. Really went for it there. That was a good one, and then it happened there. And you can see I slightly collapse a little bit, just a little, and the camera zooms in, I think. Oh no, it doesn't. Yeah, I was in the back room now, panicking. And thinking like, oh shit. Oh no. I think I'd come out at some point after my panic attack. I think I was lucky actually. I think my teacher didn't give me this exercise. Unfortunately, it was too late because I'd already done one exercise too many for my back at the time. This movement's very difficult, very difficult. What would I say? Because you need to, really step turned out, but with a lot of body, and then use the battemon, and then land turned out, and also get height of jump. But it's a crucial movement because it's in, Gamzati. Oh, I've come out now. I'm in the back line. Just trying to get through. Oh, I've got a jeté manège though, so I need to be okay. That's also from Sleeping Beauty. They kind of, always put into the classes movements which are obviously going to be in rep, and it's also cleverly to let people know in the audience, like directors and stuff, like, she could be in that role one day, she does that nicely, and get the directors and company people to imagine one in that role. So jeté manège I practiced a lot. Again, I practice a lot because fundamentally, with the body I have, not everything is easy to achieve instantaneously. So I found jeté manège, it needed a lot of projection forwards. I used to actually watch male dancers do this because they do it so wonderfully, and they were the prime example to watch. So a few things I noticed: I have to keep my back leg straight for longer than I think. So as you can see, my back leg stays pretty straight until the last moment. And then I also open my arm as I jump to the side. So, it goes out almost sideways like that, sort of very streamlined. And then as I jump, it will go second before it comes in to go. So instead of going straight out, which sort of makes you oops, which sort of makes you swivel round too soon. I would sort of aim for more sideways and then open and then go. So you can spool back and watch it again and see what I'm talking about. All right. Lots of attitude again. I think we have one of our final exercises. Grand jeté now. I've completely forgotten about my back. I'm not prodding it or anything. I'm just carrying on. I obviously can't feel it right now, which is great. I actually got a better grand jeté later when I got a little bit stronger. Again, obviously I'd done so much rehab and stuff, but I think, do you know what? I think actually being a little bit heavier in my muscles just gave me a much better jump, because we're all very tiny here, and again lacking in a thigh connection because of slightly forced turnout at the time. So once I found my inner thigh connection and gained a little bit more muscle and found the push off the back leg, which Nastia has very nicely here because she has more muscle than some of us, then I got a really much better grand jeté. Oh, that's Diana. So we're in the final exercise. Luckily I was at the back for this, I think because of height orientation. So and also I was kind of pleased because I could just muck through and just basically just said to myself, just bounce up and down for another 8 counts and then we've got the point work. And that's it, guys. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was quite a stressful moment for me, because yeah, I'd sprained my back again, but I put it to one side in my head because I had a whole section of point work to do. But aside from that, you can see, lots of use of arms. I want you to look at the in-between steps and just notice how, especially on anything that turns around, like a step, failli or a glissade, how we always try to get our focus to the front as soon as possible. Always present heels forwards on every single step. So there's never a moment of turned in. That's something they absolutely loathe. And I only really discovered how to use my in-between steps when I went to Vaganova. Because I'll be honest, it was quite neglected at the Royal Ballet School. It wasn't hammered home, exactly how to do something. That's something that I really noticed. It was really made very clear to me how to do everything. So even now, when I teach people, it's like I know the right way very, very clearly. It's not muddled in my head, and that's something that I really, really admire and take away greatly from that school. Is there's no confusion. This is how you do it. So yes, check the in-between steps, and also just use of upper body, how we use our arms, how they're soft on top. And then what's really nice is the emphasis on the artistic quality as well when doing some of those jumps, because some of them are not super difficult, but artistry is always at the forefront of how we do everything and how we present ourselves. It's not just a technical show. It's always with artistic finesse. And that's something that everybody needs to take away from that and into their dancing. Don't just do a technical show. We can go to the Olympics for that. We want to see artistry, and you want to touch people's lives and show people that you have something special. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, that was the jumps. We can look into other things as well. And I'm planning on slowing these walkthroughs down a little bit. So, when I see something technical, or a technical movement, I plan on stopping and then explaining a little bit of why that looks a certain way, or a few tips to achieve that, or what we were told. I did it a little bit today, but I didn't stop. So if you'd like a little bit more detail of where we stop and I explain and then we carry on, let me know. And we can do that definitely for the next walkthrough. So thank you so much. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay injury-free, and try the new classes and courses on my website. There's much more coming. And also there's more interviews coming to my podcast as well, with some fantastic, inspiring ballerinas. And I know the podcast, A Dancer's Mindset, on Apple and Spotify is helping you guys a lot, which brings me so much joy. So make sure you tune in, and I'll see you guys very soon.